Welcome back to another video with me, Fox of Foxfoot Crafts. So I'm going to go through and show you guys a little bit of warm up that I like to do. I'm using Paint just from your basic computer programming. I actually remember back in 94, 95, maybe a little bit later than that, getting to play around on friends or family's computers and always pulling up Paint and just kind of playing around with the bucket tool and the squiggle line. And I feel like anybody who played around with it made that like twisted looking checkerboard, and you fill it with all different colors. So it just, I know that there are a lot of really expensive art programs out there, and I myself, I use Fire Alpaca, which is free, of course, but sometimes you just gotta go back to basics and play around with some of your original stuff. And so, for as simplistic as MS Paint is, it still holds a soft spot in my heart. So, going through, just kind of doodling up some of my favorite Animal Crossing characters or characters that I've had on my island. I'm sure, much like myself, a lot of us that got Animal Crossing this year have spent a lot of time invested falling in love with these little characters. And so I will say, when I'm just in an art funk and can't figure out what to draw, I really have enjoyed having Animal Crossing and getting to play around on there. So again, you're going to be just kind of watching some time lapses of these. I have sped them all up to go through and show my process. So with Savannah, which is the little zebra here, she was one of my first villagers to move in on my island, so she kind of holds a soft spot in my heart. Moving on to Coco, I will say, when I first saw Coco, I just absolutely loved her. I mean, she has those big, open, gaping eyes, and I am a sucker for some eye sockets. So that creepy little face, and knowing she's kind of based off of like graveyards and everything like that, and it's just so cute to go with it. I really like her, so she is up there on my favorites. Now again, with Paint, it's just a super basic program, but it is a good one. So if you're somebody who, you don't have a tablet, you don't have any fancy tools or anything like that, it's a program on every computer. You don't have to download it, it's just there. And so it is free, it's available. You have all your basic tools. I actually remember when there was less options up here at the top, so to have these brushes and markers and pins and all of these other fancy tools up here, it is a little overwhelming from the original Paint that I used. Still fun though, still that's not to hate on it in any way. Drawing up Lily, I love this little frog. She's so cute, and I just really enjoy having her on my island. She is so sweet. moving on to, and I cannot pronounce this, is it Anka or Ananka? I'm not quite sure on her pronunciation, but I feel like anybody who likes the cat Animal Crossing characters, this is one of their favorites. I think in some of the other games before New Horizon, she was kind of up there on the priority list. So I kind of like her little grumpy, angry all the time looking face, even though she's not really grumpy in New Horizon. I think she was a little more snooty and grumpy in the old ones, but she's been pretty sweet on my island. So, but her little mouth is always really angry looking. So. And I don't know what any of these would be without my boy Lucky. I love him. He actually came and visited my island, and I harassed him nonstop to get him to stay on my island. I must have flipped cards at least 20 times because I kept messing up. So I was very thankful when he finally moved to my island. So I love him. I think he's just adorable. And again, I'm kind of a sucker for like the bandaged, pseudo-gore kind of looking characters where they're creepy cute, and so that's right up my alley. So. Another quick little warm-up here. This one is Kyle. I actually had Kyle in Pocket Camp, which was the Animal Crossing that was on your phone, and I really loved him in that. And so when I found him on an island, I absolutely asked him to come and stay on my island. I love him. He is my husband character, so I really love Kyle. He's adorable, and I love his little smug face, and I think that's kind of the problem when it's a character that you love so much. You're a little bit more critical of how you're drawing them, wondering if you're doing them justice. So drawing him, I did go through and start to edit and adjust a little bit more than I did my other little warm-up drawings. So. So I ran into the same issue that I ran into with Savannah. Any of the longer muzzled characters kind of give me trouble. I've found that that's just an odd angle, and muzzles are difficult for me. It is something that I gotta try and try and try until I get it exactly the way I want it to look. So shout out to furry artists and anthropomorphic character artists. They do some great work, and I'm always really impressed by how they do the noses and the snouts. So kudos, y'all. And of course, we have my ultimate baby, Cherry. So Cherry was another one that I had in Pocket Camp and absolutely loved her. I'm pretty sure if you made me into an Animal Crossing character, it would be her. So we share eye colors, piercings, we share a birthday. She is my girl, so of course had to draw her up as well. So if you've seen my art trading cards that I have, they are a little bit more detailed, and I think with Cherry, just the nature of her being my favorite, I wanted to go in a little bit more detailed, but these were all supposed to be quick little sketches to just kind of help me warm up before diving into bigger projects, so. And there you guys have it, just a cute little assortment of some of my favorite Animal Crossing villagers. So who are your favorite villagers? Comment below, let me know, and let me know if you're a fan or if you dislike Old School MS Paint.